Morning, everybody. Welcome to Bowls Victoria TV. This is State Championships. We're here at Bendigo East Bowling Club, an absolute belter of a morning. My name's Tony Sherrill, and semi-final of men's singles is what we're bringing you today. John Roberts, Bowls Victoria Life member, will be marking this match. Is of course Clayton Holcombe representing Wimmera. His opponent today, Brad Pavey from the Geelong region. Semi-final action, men's singles. To bring you the call today, sitting alongside me is Josh Thornton. Good morning, JT.
Morning, Tone. To be technically correct, I'm standing, but anyway.
You are. I wasn't sure, given you're vertically challenged.
Started early, within 15 seconds of the stream starting.
I promised I wasn't going to do this today. I've done it already. The other semi-final, of course, is Mickey Better from Gippsland up against Brett Marnie from Metro West. They sit a couple of rinks over and also starting this morning, women's fours round of 16 on our secondary TV rig. Sandbelt up against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. We'll be able to flick across to that every now and again as we move along. 25 up, dead ends replayed, perfect conditions. Hardly a breath of wind this morning, quite early here, 9:30. Local time was the scheduled start time. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. Players ready and raring to go.
Should be good, Tone. Cracking match, I reckon. Two very informed players and two very accomplished players.
Yeah, not wrong. Clayton Holcombe was here earlier in the week in the mixed pairs. He's also playing the pairs with Chris Young, who sits behind the rink, the head end. Clayton Holcombe had a solid victory over Peter Oram, 25-12 in the quarterfinal. Brad Pavey, same scoreline up against Brad Holland from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. Both players through their respective quarterfinal matches yesterday afternoon. And here we are bright and early on a Saturday morning. Clayton Holcombe wasting no time.
Yeah, started well so far. Found his weight immediately.
Feel free to fire away with any questions, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. We always welcome a bit of interaction here on BVTV. Of course, brought to you with the generous support of the Moama Bowling Club and the Dandenong Bowls Club. Couple of shots to Clayton Holcombe. One bowl to come for each skipper.
Skipper or player?
Well, it's up to you. They're one and the same.
No, they're not.
Well, what are they seeking instructions from someone else?
They're not a skipper, mate. It's singles. They are just a player.
Not just a player.
Well, you're not a player at all, but that's another story. Clayton started extremely well. That one counts as well.
Looks like Cranky Josh is back.
Brad Pavey's last bowl here, Tone.
Is this the heartbreaker for Clayton Holcombe?
Doesn't look far away. Oh, just digged late. I think it had the right speed if it was around that. 3 it is. Great start. Clayton Holcombe.
Doesn't strike me as the type of guy that would have any nerves, but if he did, they'd be well and truly settled.
No, he definitely doesn't come across as a nervy player one bit whatsoever.
No. He's got a very good draw shot, just a very, very solid player.
Oh, there's the first banner ad I've seen for the Blessed Bumper. Tone. Yeah, it's a training tool you need. Improve accuracy and speed, improved rhythm, timing, tempo, no sandal marks on your bowls, no damage to the plinth, no noise on impact. The bowls rebound back from the bowls bumper. And there's a QR code there if he's interested, if you want to buy one.
Very nice. Fantastic training aid invented by the great Barry Lester. Of course, former Victorian.
No, he's still Victorian, let's face it.
Yeah.
Just resides somewhere else.
Temporarily. We'll get him back one day. Or we'll go and join him up in Queensland.
That's probably... there's every chance I might retire up there one day, Tone.
If we can afford it, JT, it's the only problem. expensive up there.
Brad just hasn't found his range just yet. I know it's only early, but compared to Clayton, Clayton seems to have more of his radar on so far, Tone. Having a run, not far away.
Yeah, out of bounds. Set him up and started again. He does have quite a good runner, Brad Pavey. Players agree we'll go down the other end. That's where the majority of the bowls are.
Was a first-time skipper of the stateside last year, Brad Pavey. One player of the series in his first series as skip. So if you got that weapon, there's no Hang on, I can't get this out at the moment, Tate.
This sounds good so far. Tell me the rest of this story.
Now I'm second guessing what I was going to say. If he's got a weapon like that, there's no wonder he is skipping.
Yes, that's true. He has, to be brutally honest, his rise over the last 2 or 3 seasons has been pretty good.
For me, it was probably the Vic Open one where he won the singles against Chris
Correct.
Young. That I went, ooh, this guy plays really well.
Yeah, that was Morwell Bowls Club. Since then, he's just gone up and up and up. Shout out to him. Family sitting behind the rink, Barsha and young child.
Morning, Casper. Joining us all the way from down Ocean Grove Way, and obviously be supporting Brad.
Clayton really enjoying going this direction away from the clubhouse. Finding it very, very easy.
I had a roll in this green this afternoon, Tone. I reckon this green's probably half a yard to a yard quicker than the other green. So a slight difference in pace.
Yeah. It was good viewing for everyone around. There's quite a crowd gathered around to watch you having a roll.
Not really.
Oh, they were practicing as well, were they?
Yes.
I just presumed all the people were watching you. Of course, in preparations for the Paris State Champions, you're playing just the singles this year.
It's more preparation for state pennant, to be honest.
Dial it back. Well, either or.
Figured I'd get a day's practice in getting beat in the Paras this year and get myself set up for state pennant.
Brad Pavey just missing a touch wide. His first drive of this end. Clayton's got 2 pretty close.
A very tough match first up, Tone, at state pennant.
Who have you got?
Ocean Grove and none other than the Victorian legend and Matthew Flapper.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Goes pretty well.
Looks like he stacked his rank too, just quietly.
Just to combat you.
Oh, wow.
Brad Pavey
Probably
on
not
the run
really worried
again.
about me.
This one's on target.
Another daddy. Yep, just got out. You might be here all morning.
Could be. If Clayton Holcombe keeps putting them close, Brad Pavey's going to keep driving them off.
Dale Verhagen's asks what actually speed this green is. It's probably, it was definitely 15 yesterday afternoon, if not a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a slight slower this morning, just with the morning dew and all the rest of it.
It'll quicken up as the day goes on. 2 or 3 matches to bring you here today on BVTV. Of course, the semi-final of the men's singles this morning and the final later on. Potentially a 3rd match of the day, pending.
Yeah, well, there's definitely
results.
a 3rd match, regardless whether there's a 3rd streaming match or not. That's probably more the thing. We're going to start navigating some clashes, Tone.
Yeah, we do. Women's fours round of 16 is on this morning. Men's pairs round of 16 starts in the 1 o'clock time slot. All times subject to change, just depending on results prior. Brett Marnie picks up a single in the opening end. Scoreboard yet to be updated for end number 2. That's up against Michael Better from Gippsland in the other men's singles semi-final. So Brett Marnie leading 1-0 early days. I think the answer to that one is JT's commentary voice when he can get the words out.
Or it could be a backhanded slap in both regards.
You're onto it.
Clayton, another great bowl.
Yeah, speaking of onto it. Brad Pavey back to the runner.
Could get both here. Not quite.
Is that the toucher that went in the ditch for Clayton Holcombe?
Yeah. Paddles is obviously not a toucher himself.
And Johnny Roberts signifying with the red marker, the toucher in the ditch, and the white marker is the jack. So Johnny Roberts confirming shot is the one on the deck in the line of 3, closest to the ditch obviously. And in the ditch is second shot. Good hit from Brad Pavey. Hasn't missed too many this morning on his runners.
And he's had to run a bit because Clayton's going so good. Just like that.
Well.
This is close too. Is he going to hang up? Not quite.
Clayton will pick up 2, maybe 3 here. 3 it is.
3.
Successive 3s to open the campaign, and Clayton Holcombe's off to a flyer, 6-0. You may or may not know this, JT, so apologies if you don't. But Clayton came to the sport pretty late, didn't he, in life? He was a footballer or something.
I don't know that, actually, but ever since I've been up Murray Mallee way, we play against Wimmera, and he's been there involved in that competition ever since we play that challenge match every year. So,
which is how many years?
That's at least 6 years.
Right.
So I feel like he's probably been playing 10.
Yep.
Either way, he goes good.
And he certainly does, showing that this morning. Morning, Rowdy.
If Chris was sitting at home like he normally is and watching, he would actually get on the text right now and tell us. Because he's sitting beyond the rink, he's not listening to us. He can't tell us.
You could text him.
Fair call. Doing that as we speak.
Yeah, good starter here from Brad Pavey. That's the shot bowl.
He's a bowls encyclopedia, Chris Younger.
He is. Yeah, student of the game.
I would have called him a master of the game, but that's...
Well, it's one of the games you never really master.
No.
Bit of philosophy early in the morning on a Saturday.
No. He hasn't checked his phone yet.
Screening your calls. Pigeon off to a flyer against Mickey Better as well. He's leading 6-0 in the other singles semi-final. So identical scorelines. Pavey urging this one on the last little bit.
Might change the shape up for Clayton a little bit. He might decide to go a different way now.
Pavey still holding 2.
Yeah, could force him to the forehand. There's probably some options to play a little bit of weight and arrive.
Women's 4s on the rink next door, showing the split screen.
The other one is if he doesn't think that last bowl of Brad's is in the way and can get around it, can draw and touch the jack around the corner for 3 that way as well too. Playing forehand.
Looks to me like a bit of weight.
Well, that's deadhead number 3. We're going to be here all day.
Lucky there's lights, says John Roberts, our marker, as he walks past. Good hit from Clayton Holcombe. Really just enough weight to cause chaos.
There's always options playing weight on that side. Things to use. Oh, see? Poor Bulger's been won 11 club championships and he's been playing
on and off for 20 years. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that.
Because Chris hasn't been any help to us. He's sitting over there and just enjoying the sun hitting him in the face.
Can't blame him for that. Paul, was he a reasonable footballer, if you know that level of detail about him? See if you can confirm or deny that one. Morning, Matt West. Looking forward to that beer.
He's here today. You'll know when he's here because he's that loud. It's like a foghorn. He's probably already in town for all I know.
Morning to you, Jan Arnold. Cheering on Clayton. Brad Pavey's dialed in now, JT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just expected this to be a fantastic match regardless.
Yeah. Michael Better on the board in the other men's singles semi-final, trailing 2-6. Brett Marnie in front. Just arriving late from Clayton Holcombe.
Oh, Clayton.
Perfect touch.
Morning, Steve Adamo. Hope you're well, buddy. And he's pumping on the Valley boys and the pairs, which are starting later today.
Yeah, Ryan Bevis and Jack Cassidy. No, it's not Ryan Bevis, it's Riley Boxall, isn't it?
Come on,
and
mate.
Jack Cassidy.
Look at Jesus. There's a bit of difference in appearance between Riley Boxall and Ryan Bevis. Oh, good bowl.
Pavey gets the jack through.
There we go. Paul Bulger said he was a pretty handy footballer. Played for St Mary's in the old Ararat District League. Tough.
There you go. He looks fit as a fiddle. No doubt about that.
My understanding is he works in the correctional facility in that area.
Right. That would explain a few things too. This one
Is it staying
is
on?
going to do the job.
Yeah, no, it's sharp. All down to speed now for Brad Pavey. Seems to be in the area.
It's beautiful
Yeah,
bowls.
great bowling.
Brad Pavey is on the board. We're seeing a very high standard match, JT. Clayton Holcombe still in front, 6-1. Brett Marning's holding a few over in the other semi-final too. Mick Better with his last bowl. Comes in and sits out the shot bowl. Sticks around. Well played, Mickey Better. Who's in a fair bit of trouble over there. Keep you updated on both the men's singles semi-finals. 6-2 currently the leader. Brett Marnie over Michael Better. Women's fours round of 16 action has kicked off, but it's very early stages. Geelong leading Metro West 3-0 on the first end. And Sandbelt leading BCG 3-0. The Pigeons up and about, yelling out to get it clean.
Someone asked me, God, can you keep letting us know what how Pidge's score going? I said, you'll know how he's going.
Don't need to.
He'll tell you.
Unfortunately for Pidge, he got the bowl, but then kicked the jack out of bounds. Much to the laughter of all the women who were like, oh, we generally play a pretty reserved game, and who's this crazy animal yelling out? That's Brett Marnie.
That's why I put him in between two women's rings, just to keep him on an edge.
Well, I think they're well and truly aware of what the pigeon can do. Nice second shot, Clayton Holcombe. Lovely weight control from Brad Pavey.
Not sure where Murray's joining us from, but feels like all the internationals get their knickers in and not about foot folding. And I can say with 100% conviction, when Brad Pavey piles his bowl, he's not foot folding. His foot is on or above the mat when he lets it go.
Morning, Sarah Roger. It's been our absolute pleasure to get you through the work week. We'll get you through the weekend as well. And then, of course, early into next week. Still some days remaining here at Bendigo East. And then, must be about Thursday, we have some Para-State champs. Hope I've got the right day.
Yeah, we're streaming the finals, or the last day of that event.
And then we have a day's break and head straight off to Moama for the Champion Estate Pennant Saturday through Tuesday. So plenty of action here on BVTV.
From memory, I'm letting the cat out of the bag here. Is that the saying? Cat out of the bag?
Yeah, it is.
The first stream match will be Shallumbar Golf versus Victoria.
Or Clayton Holcombe probably gets a little bit of good fortune there, gets a little straightener.
Probably got 2 out of it too.
Yep. Chris Young changing the scoreboard in the venue. 8-1.
It's Saturday, Tony, so you know what that means.
Don't say it. Yes, it means a chance to catch up on the chores at home, JT, do the shopping, vacuuming, washing.
That ain't happening when you're here in the streaming and commentary and watching bowls.
No. It means a chance to watch men's singles semi-finals.
Not only that, which
women's
I hope they're all
fours
doing.
round of 16.
Quaddy Sunday.
JT, it is not. We don't condone any of that sort of stuff.
And I've absolutely butchered our quaddy this morning too, Tone. I put the wrong number in one of the legs. And I put on so early that one of the horses also got scratched as well.
You'll get kicked out of your punters club the way you're going. How's this one, JT?
Yeah, good bowl. That's shot. Darko, former teammate at Geelong West. The Hawks on at 4:15. No one cares about AFL football, Darko, especially when you follow Carlton and your side is pitiful. And Toddy Matthews, like he's theory, the more you put on, the more you get back.
I don't know if that's on the poster.
Yeah, good bowl, Clayton.
I don't know if that's good enough to get shot. It is. Clayton Holcombe with shot after that last bowl. Brett Marnie leading 7-2 over Michael Better, the other men's single semi-final.
Paddles looks close here, Tone.
Yeah, looks almost identical. Almost, just not ripped as hard as what I thought.
Want some scores from around the greens in the women's fours, Tone?
I'd love it, JT, if you can provide.
Metro West 2 playing Geelong 3. Wimmera 3 playing Northern Gateway 0. Gippsland 3 playing Galbamurray 2. And in that secondary stream match, Sandbelt 3 playing BCG 0. We'll get back to Clayton's bowl here. That's all on green A here at Bendigo East. Clayton's looks like he's going for a bit of coverage there, Tone.
And I think Geelong might have just picked up a 5 against Metro West over on the far rink, JT. Big pickup.
And then we have West Coast 3 leading Ovens Murray 0. Mornington Peninsula 5 leading Shisleki 0. Eastern Rangers 2 leading Murray Melly 0. And Ballarat Highlands 2 leading Yarra 1. As Brad Pavey comes down.
There won't be any change with this one, so it would still be shot to Clayton Holcombe. Although Chris Young has turned the scoreboard to say that no, Youngie's turned the wrong side of the scoreboard there.
9-1.
9-1. It did look from here, in fairness to Youngie, it certainly did look like it was shot the other way, but
Morning, Joe Whitehead. Usually joining us from Cairns. I think Joe normally joins us from.
she does, yes.
The bull is on. Gamble responsible. Bull, you can't talk. And Jesse wants to know whether the Women's Champion is going to be streamed. Look, we haven't forecasted that far ahead yet. There's no doubt we'll definitely do a number of Women's Champions matches. We do like streaming the singles matches.
Less bums in front of the camera.
And I feel sorry for those other Carlton supporters watching as well.
Bit going on at Carlton Town. A once powerful club. I won't say any of it, but if you look back over their last 12 months as to what's happened in that club.
What, leading nearly every match and losing every match after leading?
Not just on field. As you know, those thing that rhymes with picks. And then the word picks.
But
there's that scandal at the top end.
The former president. Yeah, right, are we talking about that now, are we?
And then there's whatever's happening with players. Goodness me.
Clayton comes down, draws shot again. Standard for in this game so far. I don't think Paddles is getting around, Tone.
Just going to get under a little edge and off to the side. Oh, Clayton's bowl's just fallen over right then. If you're just tuning in, this is State Champions Week here at Bendigo East Bowls Club, thanks to the City of Greater Bendigo. Clayton Holcombe representing Wimmera region up against Brad Pavey representing Geelong. Clayton Holcombe's jumped off to a flyer, 9-1, first to 25. What's the shot here, JT? Can he get around it?
I think it's forehand, maybe a yard away. You can sit the bowl, turn the jack around the corner. That's what I'm projecting.
And you would be correct.
It's even firmer though.
No change. Clayton Holcombe picks up another single. He now moves into double figures, or I'll put it in the comments, either way. Onto the scoreboard, 10-1. I'll lead to Brad Pavey. To Clayton Holcombe, goodness me. Shout out to our umpires, keeping a watchful eye over this screen. See Lee Wesley down there, an international technical official, volunteering his time here at State Championships. Looks like Karen Harrington down the other end, JT.
Yes, for sure.
that goes up in the air over on the Brett Marnie, Mickey Better match.
Bit of
Ends
height.
up out of bounds.
Bit
but,
of height.
yeah, probably got about 4 or 5 feet in the air. Order to one of our regular viewers, Mark Rossington, tuning in from the Philippines via YouTube. Nice to have you joining us. A picture-perfect morning. Couple of clouds starting to creep in, but beautiful conditions. Putting on a display, Clayton Holcombe.
Yeah, he's playing absolutely fantastic so far.
I don't think Brad Pavey's playing bad at all.
No.
Clayton just has all the answers.
If you saw the way Brad played yesterday, though, I think he's a fraction off his game compared to yesterday.
Yes, that's a fair call.
He was in scintillating form.
Yeah, he's got the best back now, so whether we see him with his last bowl. Have a rip at this.
Well, it just depends what Clayton does first, though. It's not much of a target time. That's the key part, though. I don't reckon Clayton will be looking to fatten it up. I still reckon he did want to go a little bit further ahead, past the head. Joe, that is correct, but I'd say in a game of singles, it's not over though. So I'll guarantee you, there's no way Brad Pavey thinks this match is over yet.
Yep. I don't think that changes anything. We'll wait for confirmation.
It's 2 for sure, and it could be 3.
3 it is. Clayton Holcombe JT has picked up 3 threes.
Yeah, 13.
2 and a couple of ones. I must say I didn't see this scoreline. I'm not surprised Clayton's in front. I didn't see this scoreline. Could have gone either way. Still plenty of time for a comeback for Brad Pavey. Just putting them in with regularity, JT.
Mm-hmm. That is for sure.
Better's picked up another couple of shots in the other men's singles semi-final. Still trailing, but he's closed the gap to 2. Brett Marnie in front, 7-5.
It's another one. Oh, got a bit of luck going his way there, Pavey. Fraction tight, but got bowls moving, and now the jack come back, and he's currently holding 1.
Splashed a few bowls around, did Brad Pavey. Well played. Clayton Holcombe with about 3 feet to draw a shot.
The way he's been playing, you just would have ticked that for shot straight away before he even put the bowl down.
He didn't look like missing, did he?
No.
Morning, Hunter. State mixed pairs champion of the world. Yeah, Clayton playing very well. You might have watched a bit of your bowls the other day, Hunter.
Paddles running at that bowl, or the jack. Gets
Off the bowl.
Well played.
Pick up a single. He's on target with his runners. Is Brad Pavey.
So it's funny because most people would probably try and draw that shot, but he's probably in his head going, well, I'm not drawing quite well at the moment, but geez, I'm hitting well. So if I get shot by getting that bowl out, I'm good. He will have to find his draw at some stage, so if he's creep back in this game.
That he will.
I don't know many people who win purely by running in a game of singles.
No.
Probably the only one I've ever seen do it back in the day, the taxi driver.
Oh, Robbie Parella. Yeah. Changed the game, old Robbie.
Sadly passed away not that long ago too, Tone.
Not just in the Bowls Australia Hall of Fame, but elevated to legend status. I'm going to say about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even a touch more than that.
It was more, Tone, because we were at that. We were at
Back
that
when I
function
was with Bowls Australia.
That was the one that Robbie, Kelvin, and Glass all got put into it that night, I reckon.
Some pretty handy names among those 3. I presume it's good evening to you, Ken McClelland. Let us know. I might be wrong with my time zones.
Yeah, that would be, because it'd be the Warriors play today in the basketball. So I know what time it is roughly over in that part of the world.
It is pretty much idyllic conditions here. Only forecast for about 20 degrees in our language, which is, I don't know, what's that, about 70?
And I wouldn't have a clue, but it's nice.
Double it and add 25 or thereabouts. So. Just beautiful conditions in the sun. It's just picture perfect.
Joe said, what about Kane Nelson the other day against Corey? Well, I didn't watch that match, so I'm based off that comment. I'd say, obviously, Kane must have had a bit of a day out driving against Corey or something.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
I can't watch too much bowls, Tone. Otherwise I get no work done. The wife would stop talking to me.
It's a hell of a trap, the amount of bowls on streams these days.
It's great for the sport, though.
Yeah. Clayton's got second prize there. He's set one of Brad Pavey's shot bowls out. Still down 1, much longer, and Brad Pavey's had the chance to dictate length. So the mat on the tee and the Jack's in about 1.5 yards. Brad Pavey puts it back.
Now he's dialing in time. Westy, yes it is. Youngie sitting there behind the rink.
Oh no, John Roberts saying it's only 1. My apologies.
Yeah, there you go.
Certainly looks like 2 from you. Yes, Youngie has taken upon himself to do the scoreboard duties. We're very thankful.
I don't know how it is only 1, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't know either, but Johnny Roberts will have the best view.
No, he does, no doubt.
Both players with 1 bowl to come. The other men's singles semi-final, Brett Marnie from Metro West leading 9-5 over Michael Better from Gippsland. Pidge holding a couple. Paddles wanting this one to turn.
Yeah, a couple of different options here for Clayton. He could decide to go much quicker and try and get both bowls. More swingy and try and get the jack around the corner. He's got a couple bowls there. Could even dead draw if he wanted to.
Can he have both options, JT? Enough weight to remove both, and if he misses, get the jack. Still going to go too far, isn't it?
Yeah, but he still would probably get shot. He's got 2/3, so he's just got number. Just depends what pace he wants to play. Small swingy weight. Tight out of the hand, Tone.
Yeah, no change with that one. We'll find out if this is 1 or 2. We think it's 2, but confirmed as 2 in the way of Brad Pavey. He's picked up consecutive ends, JT. The comeback is on, 13-4. Almost the identical length end from Brad Pavey. He's just pulled out of his shot a couple of times. And I think it's because he heard a baby crying, which is his own. There's probably a bit of Pavlov's dog in there and thought, oh, yeah, I better do something. Better bowl here from Brad Pavey. That's the shot.
Yeah, noticeable tactical change, which you touched on, Tone. He's gone much longer. See if he can get Clayton out of his rhythm. Sometimes the tactical change is more about getting your opponent off the game versus you getting on your game too.
A bad track here too. It's got a little bit extra pace. Kicks his own ball forward.
Yeah, be happy with that one. Tucks his ball behind the jack.
Clayton Holcombe with bowl number 3. Reasonable effort if he can navigate the front bowl. It's a little edge. We'll wait for John Roberts. Brad Pavey's have a look from both angles. John Roberts saying Brad Pavey's still holding shot. Women's fours action round of 16. Geelong leading Metro West 10-4. Wimmera leading Northern Gateway 3-1. Both early stages, 5 and 4 ends gone respectively. Gippsland leading Goulburn Murray 6-3 after 4. And Sandbelt leading BCG 3-2 after 3. That's all women's fours round of 16 action. The other men's singles semi-final sees Brett Marnie from Metro West leading 10-5 over Michael Better from Gippsland. No change with Brad Pavey's last bowl. So Clayton Holcombe may even have a couple of seconds here if he wants to have a dip at the bowl, if he can get back to it. Still favour the Brad Pavey bowl. Yeah, Johnny Roberts has certainly called it that way, so we'll find out for sure if it is. It's 3 ends in a row, and it is. 13-5.
Told you you'd hear Westy when he walked in the joint.
The remaining women's fours round of 16 matches. Ovens and Murray leading 4-3 over West Coast after 4 ends. Mornington Peninsula got away to 8-4 lead over Streslicki. 3 ends gone there. 3-5 is Eastern Rangers versus Murray Melly. Murray Melly with their nose in front. And the final match in the round of 16 women's fours, Ballarat Highlands leading 4-1 over Yarra after 4 ends. All those matches being live scored on Bowlslink. Jump on, follow your charges end by end. You're giving me a giggle early in the morning, Ian _Vic, who's watching on YouTube. I don't see a shining today.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. They won't be far away. I copped it from a couple of them as I saw them yesterday watching bowls. Got new sledges today. All in good fun. Certainly Robbo knew it was in Good fun. Pretty sure Paul Muller did too. Not far off joining the shining myself, so
No, you were in there.
pretty well. I'm clinging on dear life.
It's getting downtone.
It will.
She's a come late. Did it get in for shot though? Oh, the Gus man's just rocked up.
Wow. The Gussie Man. Deputy President of Bowls Victoria.
He's got his pumps for Pidge.
Yes, he would. So Brad Pavey with shot with that last bowl. Hello, mate. How are you? Clayton Holcombe with one bowl to count. Got out to an absolute flyer, leading 13-1. Just been picked back a touch. Back to 13-5. Brad Pavey holding shot.
Paulie Muller's on the money too.
Yeah, true. As I said, I'm clinging on for dear life to the little bit I've got. Yeah. We'll wait for confirmation, but we'll say there's one more away of Brad Pavey. I wouldn't mind being in a club with Paul Muller and Swanee and Robbo. I reckon it'd be a bit of fun. Pavey picks up another single. That's 4 in a row, JT. Is the tide turning? The only difference really is the size of the shots. Clayton Holcomb's picked up 3 threes and a 2. Brad Pavey, they've been all singles bar 1-2. Allergic to work.
Allergic to a number of things. Work, nuts, ability. That's Sam we're talking about.
Other men's singles semi-final. Brett Marnie has moved along to 12. He leads Michael Better 7. Brad Pavey certainly dialed in now, JT.
Yes. Yeah, good bowling from Brad Pavey.
We see some weight from Clayton.
Yeah, I reckon based on the forehand approach, definitely.
Missing wide, so no change. Brad Pavey holding 3. First big number of this match, if he can hold on to them.
Clayton's still going to have the bowl though, Tone.
He does. What it looks like from the mat end. Clayton Holcombe with some work to do with bowl number 4.
Yeah, well, Brad's last bowl's definitely made him
Tony,
change.
wake up.
We're dealing with an idiot, Tone.
I'm not sure where we got him.
It's Clayton Holcombe. I was just, I was going to work into that shot, and Numbskull over there just puts his head into the FX mic and just stuffs everything up.
Yeah. It's a clown.
Great bowl, Clayton Holcombe. How about that one, Tone?
Yeah, it was an absolute ripper. It was the first time he had really faced
Still one, though,
significant pressure.
to Brad Pavey.
3 down. Cuts it back to 1 down. That's a win.
He's finally checked his phone, too.
Takes him 8 minutes to check a text message. Brett Marnie on the charge now. 15-7 in the men's singles semi-final up against Michael Better. Yeah, it's a good call, Bull. Or the week before that. Or the week before that. Or the week before that. Yeah, ripper shot here from Clayton Holcombe. Bad effort from paddles too. It's not going to be rewarded with shot. Clayton just missing his line slightly there. That one's not going to change it, anything. I was going to say we pay him peanuts, Bull, but he's allergic to them, so we can't do that. Not sure how you're not getting paid to put up with him. And, Saturday and Sunday next week.
Well, fun enough, Sammy was trying to axe Bull last night in a conversation. That's the type of bloke he is. He's trying to axe his own teammates.
Yeah, well played, Brad Pavey. Never looked like missing the shot bowl. You'll see just how many he's made here. Clayton Holcombe still with one bowl to come, but Johnny Roberts fans a couple of paddles out and says 3. Lovely shot from Brad Pavey. Stalked it. Knew it wasn't going to miss. Sat it clean, didn't touch ball or jack. Clayton Holcombe, ever the good sport, gives a bit of applause. Successive ends where Clayton's been down 3 on his last bowl. He was good enough to cut it back to 1 last end. How's he gone this time? It's hooking in now. Oh, JT. What a bowl from Clayton Holcombe.
Fantastic bowl.
And Brad Pavey applauds that one in return. Morning, Adam Easton. Always appreciate you joining us here on BVTV, brought to you with the generous support of the Dandenong Bowls Club and Moama Bowling Clubs, helping us bring some 60 to 70 days of streaming here on BVTV each year. Tanner Arthur saying, how's the best looking bloke in the Mallee? Matt West sitting behind the rink.
He rates himself in that space.
A little bit of eye candy for the viewers. You're welcome.
I wouldn't call him that.
Well, that's what Tanner Arthur said. I'm going with what Tanner says.
Another good bowl from Clayton. Not sharp, but just another one roundabouts. Just joining us, this is men's singles semi-final action for State Championships 2026. Courtesy of the City of Greater Bendigo. Clayton Holcombe from Wimmera in front, 14-7 over Brad Pavey from Geelong. The other semi-final, Brett Marnie from Metro West leading 16-7 over Michael Better from Gippsland. Yeah, that game's just scooted away a little bit, Tone. It was only 10-7, I reckon, and then it's just a couple consecutive ends there from Brett Marnie. As Clayton come down. Oh, he wasn't far from turning around the corner. Could have made 3 or 4 if he gets it at the right angle too.
What's the shot for Brad Pavey now?
Oh, look, you're just drawing and basically just sort of getting there. Don't think there's anything else going on, to be honest.
Too much jack movement.
No.
Last bowl of this end for Brad Pavey. Trailing 14-7 on the scoreboard, holding 1 on the head. One's just going to cut under, so no change. Brad Pavey will pick up a single.
14-8.
He's won 6 of the last 7 ends, Brad Pavey. Was 13-1 at one stage to Clayton Holcombe, so the comeback is certainly on. Women's fours round of 16 action. Geelong leading Metro West 10-7 after 7 ends. Wimmera having a very good campaign, leading Northern Gateway 7-3 after 6. Locked at 6 shots apiece is Gippsland and Goulburn Murray after 6 ends. Sandbelt leading BCG, which is on the rink next door, 6-2 after 6 ends. Ovens and Murray, they've got their nose in front, 5-3 over West Coast. They played 5 ends in that match. Mornington Peninsula leading 8-5 over Strzelecki after 4 ends. And Eastern Rangers trailing Murray Melly, 5-7. 7 ends gone there. And the final match of the women's fours round of 16. Ballarat Highlands leading 8-1 after 6 ends over Yarra.
Fantastic correction from Brad. Looking to play something similar. If he gets to Clayton's bowl, he counts, he gets his own, he's going to make 2. Done.
Well played. Most players have gotten rid of their hoodies and vests and jackets and so on. Brad Pavey, one of the exceptions. Started to warm up nicely here.
We're undercover, so we don't have the sun hitting us, Tone.
No, I'll still find a way to get sunburnt in the face though, don't worry.
Clayton's awfully close.
All on the speed now. Lovely, lovely bowl.
Brad doesn't have to change a hell of a lot, Tone. Just trying to get to his own or just underneath it. He could sit the bowl, turn the jack a little bit. I don't think he's going to get there.
It's just got a hold on that line.
Well, yeah, he was going to get there. Sorry, the line was not getting to where the weight. It was always a fraction tight. That's what I was meant to say. Didn't say it, but that's what I was meant to say.
I think Clayton might elect not to play this one. He has. Just looking a little bit too dangerous with almost anything that happened. So, puts the ball in the pocket, takes the 1, moves on to 15, so 15-8, the lead of Clayton Holcombe over Brad Pavey.
To that match next door, Tone.
Yeah, Sandbelt obviously a very strong combination. BCG, no slouches either, the local hopes. Relatively tight too, JT. There's 7 ends played and only a few multiples in there.
I haven't been watching, but BV's very own Mel Allen was having some jack rolling issues and did a little bit of work the other day, and
You're claiming this now, eh?
well, I just haven't seen whether she's actually rolled any errant jacks today.
Well, no, I haven't seen any, but there have been a few where BCG have wanted to measure, and it's been in by 30 centimetres. So you may well. Just putting your touch on everything and everyone. You're claiming.
No, she asked for assistance and I tried to help out. Like, what else am I meant to do?
You claimed Hunter Wingfield the other day.
I didn't claim Hunter.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
You said, yeah, I coached him for a couple of years. Pretty much taught him everything he knows, I think were the words you used.
Don't know about that. You're embellishing the story, Tony.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, JT. Warm applause.
Up and
Hayley
about on
O'Reilly
the far
over
rink,
far
yes.
rink. Wow. They picked up a 5 earlier and they didn't get that excited, so I'm not sure what she's done there, but it's obviously to the pleasure of the crowd. Shot the paddles there. Now holding. It's not a bad response here from Clayton Holcombe. It's just going to duck under. Had options either through his own ball or that of Brad Pavey.
Another not bad home there, Tone.
He's still holding. Contact for Clayton Holcombe can be a bit of a disaster here. He does want to get the jack down the line.
The great Maxi Gliding has joined us.
Greenkeeper to the Stars.
Now, Max, I will preface, we do try to get all our matches during the day. There's going to be a bit of a twilight fixture probably later today, unfortunately. But most times we try and keep all our games in the day. Just a couple of clashes every now and then force us. But we haven't deliberately scheduled like Bowls South Australia have.
Particularly the state championships where it is about finding the best player.
Yeah.
Clayton Holcombe is going to try hard to get back, but no change. So Brad Pavey can actually play the shot himself now and get the jack down the line.
To me, the only way you deliberately schedule matches at that time if you're playing on an indoor green TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's he going, JT? He's going to get down in time. He is.
Wait again. If he gets it over twice.
Well played,
yeah,
Brad Pavey.
3 shots.
It's a little secondary touch on it as well. That was the shot that was on. Picks himself up 3. That's his biggest pickup for the match. He finds his way into double figures. 15-11 the lead to Clayton Holcombe. Well played, Brad Pavey. Been a very good standard of match. Clayton Holcombe was invincible early. Brad Pavey was very good as well, but Clayton had the answers. I mentioned moments ago, Brad had won 6 of 7 ends. 7 of 9, and 7 off the last 9, I should say. Starting to turn this one around. 4 shots the difference. Pressure from bowl number 1.
Clayton corrected his weight nicely. Still a fraction tight. Brad will stay on the backhand. I reckon he'd be looking to try and turn it himself first time, take the shot away.
This is more the standard he was playing yesterday afternoon against Dutchy, Brad Holland.
He's on the high side at the moment of that one. Speed was exactly what he wanted.
Michael Better's made a bit of a comeback too.
Yeah.
Back to 3 shots the difference there. He's picked up 6 in a row. Brett Marnie still in front, 16-13. It's the other men's singles semi-final. Slight overcorrection from Clayton Holcombe, still there to be used.
Definitely on that narrow line now.
Yeah, the track is good, all on speed.
Oh, it counts. Probably
Yeah.
the falling pit he'd be happy with. Ideally, he would have loved to be maybe another half a bowl.
Yeah, Clayton has the 2 best backs, so might seem to have a decent ping at this.
He's playing more swinging weight. I don't reckon he gets down. Most people...
Doesn't want to find the gap, JT. He has a
That
couple more.
hand's slightly narrow tone, so most people are missing on the high side when they play any bit of weight.
Yep. All of a sudden, JT, we're back to 2 shots. The difference, Brad Pavey picks up 2 more, moves on to 13. Clayton Holcombe, 15. First to 25. Just tuning in, this is State Championships for 2026 here for Bowls Victoria. Men's singles semi-final action. Brad Pavey on the mat. The rink next door is women's fours round of 16. Sandbelt in front, 8-2 after 7. Although Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields have just picked up the last end. So we'll wait for the scoreboard to be updated. Some other scores for the women's fours round of 16. Geelong leading 13-8 over Metro West after 9. Wimmera leading Northern Gateway 7-4 after 7. Gippsland leading Goulburn Murray 10-7 after 8. And as we said, we're just waiting on that scoreboard to be updated between Sandbelt and BCG. It is 8-2 the lead of Sandbelt. BCG have just picked up the last end. So it'll be 8 ends gone there. BCG picked up a couple. So 8 ends gone and they trail by 4. Sandbelt 8-4 in front. Other matches in women's fours round of 16. Ovens and Murray leading 10-3 after 7 over West Coast. Mornington Peninsula leading 10-7 after 6 over Strzelecki. As Clayton Holcombe gets another one in the count. And the final 2 matches, women's fours round of 16. Murray Mallee leading 9-5 over Eastern Rangers after 9 ends. And Sarah Braybrook's Ballarat Highlands leading 12-1 over Yarra. They played 8 ends in that match. Brad Pavey, what a bowl. Couple down to 1 up. Those fours matches, 15 ends. Singles, 25 up.
split that hole nicely. Not that he was trying to, but he just navigated it extremely well.
Not a huge gap there, but as you say, straight through the high diddle.
Yeah, I reckon Brad's looking at whether he wants to change backhand or not. Doesn't want to make it any fatter on the forehand side. He'd be seeing whether he can get around his own and still get down to jack iron count on the backhand.
I reckon Pidge might have just picked up a couple of shots over in the other semi-final. It was 3, was it, JT?
I reckon it was 3.
So 19-13 if that's the case.
Yeah, it goes to the backhand. He's played it well. All in the speed now.
Just goes around that ball and does so.
Good
couple of
enough.
shots, Brad Pavey. And on the live scoreboard, JT, we are level at 15 shots apiece. Clayton Holcombe, of course, with 1 bowl to come.
13-18. It's only 2.
My apologies.
Well, I thought it was 3 over there too. Just was me the one who gave you the bums to you.
I thought it was 2, but I went with what you said because you're right every other time. Here we go, Clayton Holcombe.
Is he getting down? Don't think so, Tone.
He's just going to be a whisker off. Brad Pavey picks up another 2. 15 each. Game of 2 halves so far, JT. 13-1 was the lead of Clayton Holcombe at one stage. Since then, it's been 14-2. Pigeon just does not stop talking to his bowls. Get past, get right up there. Get in there, get in there.
Said you don't need commentators when he's playing.
Spot on. Always very entertaining, Brett Marnie. Morning, Steve Weston. Welcome to BVTV, brought to you with the generous support of the Moama Bowling Club and the Dandenong Bowls Club. And just a reminder, Barry Lester's Bowls Bumper, the driving game changer. Great innovation. Training aid, enable you to practice all your shots. Improve your accuracy and speed. Improve your rhythm. No sand or ditch marks on your bowls. No damage to the plinth. No thuds. Be the complete bowler by training with the Bowls Bumper. BarryLester.com.au.
Just on the wrong side of that bowl then, Clayton was. It'll count, and it'll be the best one too.
Dan Phelps watching on Facebook here on BVTV saying, what a comeback. So far, so good. Plenty of life left in this match for both players.
Mickey better just put the jack in the pit over there for nearly 3, I reckon, Tone.
He was in a bit of trouble too. Using the bowler's arm, Mickey better.
3 it is, according to Darryl Rowley. Well, not according, it is.
He would be right. Holcombe might have cut one out there. Brad Pavey still with the advantage, holding one. No change there from Brad Pavey, just a touch narrow. What does Clayton Holcombe do here, JT? Just forehand and try and...
Oh, I think so,
drag it
because if
back?
you play a full draw and happen to nail that jack perfectly, you can get around the corner for 3.
Yep. If he's a touch wide, he can work in off the Brad Pavey bowl.
Spot on. That's what I was thinking as well.
If he pinches it a touch short, he's got his own on the way in.
Yeah, multiple options. And he's lined up backhand though, Tone, so he might be playing weight.
Many away
No.
to skin a cat.
Totally changed what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah.
He's still nearly dead drawn it. He flopped onto that backer bowl of Brad's. I still think the closer one is the one that's sort of just short of jack high on the left.
So. Yep. Brad Pavey picks up another single.
Tommy TGD. I don't know if that's Tommy Too Good or that's
Tommy Too Good. Let's go with
Let's go with Tommy Too Good. Is a follower of men's. Well, it actually depends, but I can guarantee you, whenever it is, it will be a match we will stream. So, we've got 2 players playing in the semis that are also in the pairs. We're definitely going to play the pairs round next. So, if one of Clayton Holcombe and or Brett Marnie win their semis, the men's singles final will be approximately 4 o'clock. If neither of them win, well, the men's singles final will be next.
Yep. Spot on. So Brad Pavey finds himself in front for the first time in this match.
So what do we reckon? He's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the last 12 ends.
Which is obviously the exact opposite to Clayton Holcombe, who won 6 of the first 7. A few big numbers in there. He had a couple of 3s and a 2. 16-15, the lead to Brad Pavey. On the rink next door, Courtney Benetton, I should say. Says, I've just got a little idea. And her skipper said, well, that's never a good thing, mate. Brad Pavey piling the pressure on now.
Grab ball from Clayton, gets shot back there. Oh, he got what he was after, but probably didn't quite get the right angle, Tone.
No, just edged it slightly.
Needed a more full contact.
Brad Pavey just surveying the angles here. Michael Better's picked up another couple of shots in the other semi-final, JT. That'll get that one to 18 apiece.
It is, Tone. You're on the ball. You were Stewie due to be on the ball, though.
Don't start acting all tough now. Brett Pavey on the run. Oh, wanting it to move. Just missing a touch wide. Clayton Holcombe holds one.
I can talk tough because my bodyguard just entered the vicinity.
Correct. That's what I knew happened.
Well, Clayton will be able to potentially add to the one he's already holding and stop the run of 4 consecutive ends.
Not really any danger here.
No.
Even if he pokes the jack out a little bit, it's not going to be worse.
Looks reasonably close to Tone.
Yeah, well played. Should be a couple. We'll wait for confirmation from Johnny Roberts. It is. Clayton Holcombe back in front, 17-16. That's it for me, JT. I'll leave you with Sammy Rogers.
Thank you, Tone. Morning, Mickey Yakub. Sammy, welcome.
Come to steal all the glory, hopefully. I've been watching bits and pieces inside, but not every end.
The match is what I expected, but not the way they've done it.
In terms of the margin was so big early, or
Well, I thought it was just going to be a very close encounter the whole way through. So I'm not surprised them being 17-16 at this stage, but just the way they got there.
yeah.
Some runs. Not far away, Sammy. Jack. Stay in. Oh, the touch
the
did
touch
stay
just
in,
in, just.
and the Jack stayed in. Gets enough of it. And his bowl sort of went on a lean to stay in, I reckon, for half a second. Going to be a hard one to draw out there too, Sammy. That's the hand that just hangs marginally. What? You're looking at me strange, Sam. Don't think Clayton's pulse has. I reckon he's in the pit.
Yeah, if he'd snuck past Clayton's one and drew it held up.
Just had kept my eye on that
Had his
Mickey
third.
Better, Brett Marnie ring. Mickey Better's just got shot with his last. Sat the Brett Marnie bowl and hung around.
JT.
Yeah, that's awfully close.
Oh, it just
I
pulled
reckon-
up as it got to the shadow there, didn't it?
I reckon Brad Pavey's got shot still. He has.
As he went to bowl here, Clayton's actually just fell down. Joshy.
I think he's drawn this.
Oh, that's quite good.
Very good lawn bowls.
Pidgey, what did he do with the last?
Well, he turned his own over.
Enough for one.
Yeah, I think so. Whether he was up or down or not, I don't know. I can't say for certain. Is Tyson coming to join you, Sam? Is that what's going
Yeah,
on?
we said first 18, so now Brad's at 18.
Cool.
So you can have a breather. Well done.
Might have a coffee, Sam.
Okay. Something different. So to the boys, first to 18. I'll give you a chop out. The next message was that'll be Clayton, so see you in 10 minutes. That was about 45 minutes ago, and Brad Pavey's got to 18 first. 5 of the last 6 ends. An excellent draw to the ditch for the last one to make it count, wasn't it?
100%.
I'll get on the end of it here. Does.
You're only
with
quick if you miss, Sammy.
Correct. Other semi, so Pidge picks up 1, 19, 18 over Mick Better.
Beautiful day here in Bendigo, Sammy. Sun is shining.
Very happy to be here.
A little bit of a breeze. Can't complain. Good bowls. If you're in anywhere within an hour and a half, you'd be silly if you didn't come and watch.
Paddles crashed on his own, so Clayton with it. Plenty of room to draw another. Just needs to stop.
Yeah, just trickling past, but it's going to count. About 2 feet past. Paddles would be happy with second here, I think. Anything better than second is a bonus. Needs a clear road, he's pretty good. Just going to crash. He's done enough for second.
Played.
Speed was immaculate. Looks on a decent track. Just not going to quite get there, or is it? Oh, it's going to do enough to count.
It is there for
Shot.
2.
Got to be a little bit careful. He doesn't want to turn Clayton through the jack and give him an easy chance of 4.
Yeah, good call. I reckon he might change and maybe try and draw it off on the backhand.
No,
What's the worst that happens if he goes quick? We'll
Still-
never know.
Still just trying to draw it on the forehand. He's watching it intently. Looks to be tight to me. Played pretty good speed again. Clayton can be nice and confident here up to it. Anything on the jack, he's going to make 4.
Yeah, 0 danger.
Looks to be on the tighter side as well, Sammy.
Yeah, this won't change anything.
Good speed.
Just changing 2s here. Clayton Holcombe regains the lead in the men's state singles semi-final. Gets to 19-18. Chrissy Young doing scoreboard duties and bashing the camera. Whoops. Other semi-final, Brett Marnie leading 19-18 as well, and holding on to one. Mick Better's got last bowl, and he's sat the bowl straight through for one himself, so tied up at 19 each.
That's what you'd expect. Couple of semi-finals, couple of close ones.
I think so. JT was just saying with this one, you'd like 19-18, sort of expect a scoreline like that, but the way they've got there,
Yeah.
wouldn't have predicted that, especially with the start.
It's been sort of a
So many
game
runs of ends.
3 quarters. Clayton jumped out to a really good start. Paddles caught him, and then it's sort of been a bit neck and neck since.
Exchange twos on the last 3 ends. An opener from Clayton here.
It's a fair reply too, just quietly.
It's also quite solid.
I'm saying early on in this match, when you and I were watching off air, that Clayton's sort of been a good player for a while now, and he's just sort of seemed to taken his game just to that next level in the past sort of 2 years.
Starting to feature in more of these type. This is probably close to the biggest sort of game, but we've seen him feature in some indoor finals. He's playing the pairs later on with Chris as well, kicking off this afternoon.
Big Open semi-final.
Yeah, finding himself in more of these sort of big games. Track was good again. Pace was good again. What a player.
Very good. Lawn bowls. Good to see Paddles has even had a haircut for the occasion as well. He's had the locks flowing there for a little while. Tidied himself up.
I can't comment. Searching here.
Just on the high side. Don't mind the intent. Paddles is just asking to go down to have a look. Obviously a couple of close ones there, just seeing what the angles do and whatnot, especially an important part of the game.
He'll pile another or throw another one in, or if Clayton does get onto the front bowl, Jack could potentially spring down the bottom left.
Yeah, I think he might just try and sort of get another sort of 2 feet past his, whether it's on the other hand, probably, but sort of about a foot in front of where he's actually standing at the moment.
He's pretty nice. Clayton's going to have to come up with something very good with his last to change this.
It is really only sort of 1 1/4 bowl target. You don't want to play a good one, trying to draw another one and make that a 2-3 bowl target.
Just on the left of screen, that's 3 next door. Women's 4's round of 16. Sandbelt, I think, picked up a 1 on the last end, so they're now 10-4 up after 10 against BCG. Forehand.
Looking for it to run. I don't know that he's there. Sort of what we spoke about fattening it up.
It's a reaction, tells you everything you need to know.
There's a chance Clayton looks like he could probably go quick and nearly get all 3 bowls. If he's underneath the front one, he's going to make something happen. Not going massive, but
it's sort of his style.
Needs to hang on. I want to try and add another one here, Brad. Really put that pressure back onto Clayton. It's another one here. He's in the checkout zone. It's pretty good, isn't he?
Seems to finish off.
Not quite. Track was good.
Wasn't miles away. Continue to go back and forth with these twos. Pavey takes the lead back, 20 to 19, first to 25 for a spot the men's singles final, the other semi. Did he add in there at the end?
Yeah, he's got 3. Takes him to 22-19. Fair start from Brad. Talking to Ian Ewing, JR, before, and he said yesterday paddles against Dutchy. He reckons he had 11 of his first bowls that were front hopper.
Yeah, he was actually asking me, we were talking to me, like, who's your pick out of the 4? I think it's hard to go past Brad based off his first bowl. Yesterday was applying all the pressure. Clayton Holcombe comes down and lands it through.
Green's running quite nice. It's not quite.
Just looked nice. It hasn't really super quickened up yet.
Yeah.
This week.
I'm sure as the week goes on, it will get to that stage. But
oh my!
If
on to paddles.
If this is going to keep happening, we'll try and keep the green at this speed, please. Looks to be thereabouts.
Looking to make any connection. Just need to stay on.
It's a pretty good attempt. 4 really good bowls to start this end. Even though he hasn't got shot there, Clayton, he's finished up in a pretty good home.
So he's changed over here. Is he looking to match the last one or draw another one in the zone?
I think he's sort of trying to split the jack in that last one. If he got to the last bowl, he was in a good spot. If he dropped sort of shy, he was going to go pretty close to counting.
Something like that.
It sounded good and then sounded not so good next door, but Clayton's played 2 very good
pretty
shots.
much the same, even just a little bit of contact. The back edge of it through the jack, it almost just hangs around to his second shot.
Yeah. Can't really afford to play it much quicker, Clayton, because...
No, he doesn't want to get caught wide and then, yeah.
Peaches holding 2, drawing another one for 3 to hold game over on rink 4. Paddles is just venturing around the back by the look of things. Not that I think Clayton was going to be able to play that weight anyway, but doesn't hurt to have a bit of safety back there.
Yeah, well, he can't afford to... Yeah, although if he gets it, it's going to be 1-1.
I think he's
the danger is clipping it through the hole, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's just got to try and play the same shot that way if he does get to his second shot that he's going to hang around. Two it is to pitch. That takes him to 24-19.
Yeah, Mick better playing the running shot, missing. All right, just the one down here.
Looks just a touch high. Right intent. Paddles, first player in the checkout zone.
Yeah, first player in the right to pick up back-to-back ends, 21-19. PCG girls just picked up a 4 next door. Like you said, there was a lot of noise and no result.
No.
Back to 10-8 after 11 ends.
To be fair, there was a bowl that was only about 2 inches off the jack, and Lisa hit the jack without hit the bowl without moving the jack.
Yeah, and took theirs on the way through as well.
Yeah. Hit the intended target, got far from the intended result. But that's the beauty of the beast sometimes in our game. Just needs it to hold on. Speed looks pretty good.
Here 10.25. Paddles was 1:13 of the last 17 ends. Just 4 away.
Shows you how well Clayton started the game.
Yeah.
He was on fire. There's sirens going in the background with something going on in Bendigo, and I thought they might have been coming here to put Clayton out, 'cause he was absolutely burning.
Some hope again. Just wants to get down to it now.
Just going to slip past. Still a very good shot. Clayton would just be looking to nail one, preferably with this one or his third one. He doesn't want to have to try and do something with his last. It's pretty good. It's a good shot.
What's the Tahari based off that reaction? Just getting there.
Don't know that it's quite done enough.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to throw that in. Just the 2.
Looks to be under the line again. Might be a bit fortunate, or unfortunate, I should say. Suddenly, Brad's got a chance to draw for 4 and hold game.
Geez, after the game we've had, it'd be an unusual way to finish. There's no real danger here, I don't think. Just throws it in on the back end.
As long as he's
Beats
not,
Clayton's closest.
as long as he's not tied into Clayton's front one, it's pretty safe. Looks to be on a good track. All down to his herbs.
He had the 4th in.
Just needs to stop.
Clayton's giving it a little clap on the way down.
It's a good shot. I think he's done enough. It's hard to tell. Paddles doesn't quite think it's in. He thinks it's run just a touch too far. What does JR have to say? Our ITO. He agrees.
Only 3.
That was all of about an inch too heavy. You got a feeling Clayton's going to draw this?
I don't. You beat me to it. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, he's not going to get there, Sam.
Oh, can't believe that. He had every chance to sit staff, trail the jack himself.
Don't know what happened, but I think Mick Better's
Pretty sure he's game down and sunk the jack.
He's got 3. Maybe. 1 and a measure for 3.
Yeah, it's a hard one to tell.
Pidge only thinks it's 1. Pidge always favours his own.
All right, well, you'd be silly not to have a look. Taking out 3. Oh, you're throwing the measure on this every day of the week. Who cares if it's out by half a bowl?
Clayton's pretty confident that it's only 3. Might have an umpire.
Oh, I think Paddles likes it for 4, does he? Based
Yeah,
on that?
I think Clayton does too, but he just doesn't want to concede it yet because
Yeah.
JR said it was only 3. And they're shaking hands.
Oh, unbelievable. They're going to shake hands. Brad Pavey picks up a 4 on the last end, goes 2-1-4. What was it at one stage?
13-1.
13-1 down.
So it's 6-24 in the second half of the game.
Wowee. Books himself a place in the men's singles final. That'll be later this evening. Clayton and Pidger in action in the men's pairs round of 16 coming up next. No. We'll wrap it up there. It's 24-22, so it was 3 to Mick Better. We just can't get... I don't know, Joshy, if we can get the cameras over on rig 4. Is there any way to see that? The other men's singles semi-final. Sort of a bit tricky with another game going on in between. Pitch 1 away, Mick 3 away. They've both pulled up yard short with their opening bowls.
Well done.
Yep, that'll do. Bit of bonus footage.
Never fails to disappoint, does Joshy?
Joshy. Mick's overcorrected there. He's landed in the ditch. Back pitch to make some sort of correction. Looks good.
He's done well, has the pigeon.
When he doesn't talk to it, I get worried.
Maybe that means he's close. When he starts talking to it, he wants something to happen.
Mick's got 2 left to draw the shot back.
Played it pretty well. Has he got enough? Oh, it's close.
I think Pidger's still got it. Yep. And the great Darryl Rowley out marking for us this morning.
He's played it well.
Perfect speed.
That's a very good shot to Brett Mahoney.
All right, so Mick Better with 1 bowl left to keep his singles campaign alive. Farrell's pitch 22-24.
The way he played it last then, just run the jack in.
Yeah.
Backhand, get pitch.
Backhand, get both and stay for game.
The Painesville Pelicans. Wonder if the Pelican will get shot here.
The Pelicans.
Oh, well, it's a bit of coaching.
Hang on, he's got a coach.
He's got Vinny coaching
Who's
him.
that prawn?
That's the last person you'd want coaching you.
Hey,
If you've
got yourself to a state single semi-final, you're getting some bloke who's just rocked up to watch as your coach that hasn't made it.
Yeah,
Hell no.
So.
Got myself. If you got yourself there, back yourself in. Really a roll on his own would be enough.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try and draw it on the forehand. Can't really see what way he's lining up. Looks backhand-ish to me.
It does, doesn't it?
He might be running it. Backhand. Arriving. Just playing backhand. Body language didn't initially like it, but then he got half interested, and now he doesn't like it again. Oh, he's got off the front one. Is he going to turn in? No, he's not.
Pidgeot shake hands, so he books himself a place in the men's singles final against Brad Pavey to be played later today. We'll wrap up the coverage. There's still number of women's forwards, round of 16 games going. You can catch the live scores in the results portal. Tice, thanks for jumping on. Enjoy the rest of the day. It is a cracker. And we'll be back online around closer to 12:30 for the next stream game. Here from Benny Oase for the 2026 State Champions Week.